Assalamu alaikum dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well and safe at your homes. So this is your video lecture 1 for the week 8, and today we are going to start a very interesting topic, that is present perfect tense. So student, in this lesson we will discuss the formation of present perfect tense, and we will also learn about the correct form of verb which is used in this tense. Okay, before starting it, we will talk about our success criteria, or you may say we will talk about our learning goals. So student, at the end of this lesson you all will be able to translate affirmative, negative and interrogative sentences of present perfect tense, and you will also be able to form these 3 types of sentences, and then we all will use them effectively in our own sentences, having the idea of the correct form of verb. So we will make the positive sentence, the negative sentence and interrogative sentence. Okay? Yes. So warm up activity before starting the main topic. What do you mean by tenses? And how many types of tenses are there? Yes, hurry up, recall it. Good. So what is a tense? Tense play a crucial role in English language because tense basically denotes the time of action, the time at which the action occurs or was occurred. So you may say, according to the time, there are 3 time phases on which an action can take place: past, present and future. So basically tense is the time of the action. And there are basic 4 types of tenses which are further divided into 3 times: past, present and future. First one is simple or indefinite tense, second one is continuous or progressive, third one is perfect, and the last one is perfect continuous. So you may say simple past, simple present, simple future. Similarly, past continuous, present continuous, future continuous. Then past perfect, present perfect and future perfect. And today we are going to start present perfect tense. Okay? Yes, present perfect tense, the formation. In the formation of present perfect tense, we use has and have as helping verb, and we use the third form of verb with the subject. Can anybody tell me what is the subject? Yes. First of all, recall the definition of verb, that verb is any action, and the one who performs the action is called subject. So basically we have 3 types of subject: first person, second person and third person according to the person category. In first person we place I and we. I is the singular subject and we is the plural subject. In second person we always have you, and you is considered as singular and plural subject both. And in third person the singular subjects are he, she, it, and the plural subject is they. Now which helping verb is used with the singular subject and the plural subject? So girls, so students, with he, she, it or any singular thing or name, we use has. With I, you, we and they or any plural thing, we use have. Okay, so has is used with the singular ones and have is used with the plural ones, but I is basically a singular subject, but there is an exception that we use have with I. So remember this thing. Now how to make affirmative sentence? Singular subject, in singular subject we use has, this third form of verb, and in plural subject we use have with third form of verb. You can have a look of the example. He has played the football. So he is a singular subject, so that's why we have used has. They have played the football. And the affirmative sentence is also called the positive sentences. Okay? Now the negative sentence. In negative sentence we use not, as we are negating any action or negating the statement. So for negating we use not. Has, not with third form of verb in plural subject, and with singular subject, and with plural subject we use have not, third form of verb. She has not taken the tea, they have not taken the tea. So there we have two person, so they are plural, and as it is a single, so it is a singular thing, subject. Now how to make interrogative sentence, or you may say the questionary sentence. So in questionary sentence or interrogative sentence, we always place helping verb in the start and we use question mark in the end. Has this boy passed the examination? So as it is a singular subject, so we have used has. Have they passed the examination? So as they are plural, so we have used have. Okay? So always remember that perfect tense is a tense in which we have done something, and when the something is done, so it becomes perfect. Okay, now where do we use perfect tense? Perfect tense, present perfect tense is used to show recent past events, the events which have done in the past and still have some effect in the present as well, or you may say which are also continue to the present. I have just finished running. It means it is an action which have finished, but it is having some effect in the present as well. Okay? Yes. The next thing, we use present perfect tense to show an action that started in the past and continues to the present as well. Again, they have known each other since they were children. So it was the action or which started in the past and still continued to the present. Okay, since they were children. So here keep this thing in mind that since is used for showing the relation of past action with the present action in perfect tenses. Okay, yes, next one. We use present perfect tense again to show an action that happened during a time period and has not yet finished, that started in the past and still continued the present as well, or you may say that hasn't finished in the present. You have arrived late to the work 3 times in a month. So this action is repeated 3 times in this month. You have arrived late, so that's why we have used have arrived. So these were the conditions where we use present perfect tense. Okay, now some extra information. In present perfect tense, we also use the words like just, already, and yet. These words are often used in present perfect tense. Now let's talk about the use of yet. Yet is used in the present perfect tense when we talk about some negative statements or interrogative statements, or you may say questions. The mail hasn't arrived yet. So hasn't is a negative sentence. Now the use of already. Already is used in positive statements, or you may say affirmative sentences, where an action is completed before we expect. I have already reviewed all the documents. So this action has done already before we expect it. Okay, now there are some video links which you have to watch for your better understanding about the present perfect tense. And at the end, the task for the today, you will do the exercise of page 81, 82, 83 on your copy. So you will do the translation of affirmative sentence, negative sentence, yes, and then interrogative sentence having question mark in the end. And then there are some rules for your notebook maintenance, that you have to draw margin line on every page of your notebook, write date and day on the top of the page, then underline all the headings and questions, and your copy should be in a good condition throughout the term, and your writing should be also neat, because students, you know that good or neat handwriting builds up your confidence, it develops your personality, and at the end draw an ending line. Now it's a time for a big fat review, that what have we done today. We did translation of present perfect tense, then we illustrated its usage, and then we analyzed some facts about its formation, and in the formation we talked about the 3 types of sentences: positive, negative, and interrogative sentences. Okay students, I hope you have understood the concept very clearly. Allah Hafiz. Good luck. Thank you. Best of luck. Take care.